good evening, good afternoon, good whatever it is, wherever you are. My name's Katie O. This is Moon Mama Musings. Today is the 21st of September, 2021, and we have a beautiful thing happening today. Normally I'd be over on Instagram doing a live for this, as it is a moon transit, as well as a super special astrological feature, but I'm busy. So I'm pre-recording this video for you guys so that you have a full moon spread for this, the harvest moon, the 210921 harvest moon. It happens at its peak. The full moon is at its peak at 6:54 a.m. Bangkok time. And this is why I know that a lot of you guys, it's the 20th. But for me, it's the 21st. And I think 210921, I like that numerology better. So we're going to go with that. So like I said, the peak of it, this harvest moon is at 6:54 a.m. Bangkok time. And then it is in the sign of Pisces. And then at 10:13 a.m. Bangkok time, exactly 3 hours and 19 minutes later, the moon transits from the sign of Pisces to the sign of Aries. Now, if you break down the astrology or the numerology of 3 hours and 19 minutes, it breaks down to a 13, which is the number that represents the death card in tarot. And hey, we're Moon Mama Musings. We're here for a tarot reading. A little astrology thrown in there, yeah, of course, why not? But I think that the death card is very perfectly represented it here. It's a full moon. What is a full moon all about? Letting go, releasing, and closing one door and opening another. It is the death card in terms of the moon cycles, as far as I'm concerned, anyway. So it's a lovely thing. This full moon in the sign of Pisces is very interesting energy, and to better describe it, I am going to let the masters give you a little description. So I'm going to read from you the page about Pisces from the Arcana of Astrology. I use this deck as a placeholder. A lot of the time I always have one of these cards up behind you guys, basically, but I've got my my little, what's happening in the stars that I keep track of with these cards. It's a beautiful deck, and the book is what gets me. I like it. I realized after I bought this deck that I didn't really buy it for the cards. I bought it for the book. The book is fantastic. And it's because it's more channeled, which is my style of astrology, right? I like to do things intuitively. So let's talk about Pisces. It's the fish. February 19th to March 20th is its general normal sign when it actually falls in the calendar year. The planetary ruler is Neptune. It's the 12th house. It's a water element. It's a mutable sign. Its opposite is Virgo, and the symbols are shells, water, fish, coral, starfish, and lilies. Now, in astrology, the final and most elusive sign of the zodiac is Pisces. If you ever tried to catch a fish with your bare hands, then you know how quick they are to get away. But with a little patience, one may swim up to you. Pisces doesn't act this way on purpose. She just has emotional depth that many of us cannot relate to. And it takes time for her to open up. Sometimes overly sensitive Pisces can shut down and attempt to process these feelings in unhealthy ways. When a planet transits through Pisces, things can get dreamy and mystical, like a slight haze is surrounding everything. Things aren't really revealed in their entirety, and it takes some deep emotional reflection to get back on track. Where Pisces appears in your natal chart is where you have the potential for soul searching and emotional development, and appreciation for beauty in the ordinary world. In a reading, mixed emotions could be an ongoing theme for you. Pisces acknowledges this confusion, and this card is a reminder not to make rash decisions. Do not make rash decisions, my friends. Do not make rash decisions. Mercury retrograde, guys. I'm sorry, my mouth doesn't work sometimes. When faced with a problem, you may feel tempted to go with the first option presented to you. I got distracted for a moment. Surprise, that never happens. Pisces acknowledges this confusion, and this card is a reminder to not make rash decisions. When faced with a problem, you may feel tempted to go with the first option presented to you, to just do anything but stand still. But that would be unwise. Do some soul searching, and when you're ready to make a decision, you'll know which choice is the right one. Pisces can also mean that you're feeling overly sensitive and imagining problems that actually aren't there. Whether it is reading too much into comments made in a passing by those around you, or not processing your own emotions towards others, these types of situations need to be handled gracefully. Keywords are grace, elude, emotional, confusion, mystical, dreamy, reflection, oversensitive. Okay, so I want you to contemplate, take your time, pause this video, throw on the Jeopardy theme song, do whatever you need to do to sort of reflect on what that means for you. But I created a tarot spread, basically kind of with what jumped out at me from that description of Pisces. Namely, the parts about how we process things maybe in an unhealthy way sometimes. How maybe we need to do some emotional soul searching and there's an emotional depth to us that we might not quite understand. Mixed emotions. Mixed emotions was a big one for me, the duality of things. And an appreciation for beauty. This is something that really, really jumped out at me as well, is an appreciation for beauty. It's very important, yeah. I am going to, before I get to the tarot, however, I was called to bring out one oracle deck. One single oracle deck. The Wild Archetypes, Wild Unknown Archetypes Oracle. They wanted me to grab one single solitary card to give you guys an overlying feeling of what this is going on. We have the river. This is number 34, which breaks to a 7. Lucky, lucky 7, my friends. The river. Just around the river bend, just around the river bend, I look once more. Yeah, Pocahontas. I love Disney movies. I've been watching a lot of Disney lately. Look, no shame. I'm not ashamed of it. Disney is me. Yeah, what's around the river bend? What is a river, though? Okay, a river is, I mean, I encourage you to go listen to that song. She talks about it. But I mean, a river is something that is, it has a life of its own. It moves the way that it needs to. It swells with the rains, and it dries in the low season, and it you know, paves its own path. Water will go where it needs to go. And just like this moon is a very, it's this full moon is all about Piscean energy, which can be about mixed emotions, which can be about not processing our feelings correctly, which can be about the things that are hidden from us that maybe we're just not quite ready to see. And when we are, they have a natural flow of coming to us, yeah? I'm hearing that lately there's been some sort of a drought. You've had a drought. You've been in the desert. There's not been much water flow. Or maybe for some time there has been. Maybe all of the energies leading up to this particular full moon, which, by the way, Pisces is the last sign of the zodiac. So this full moon shows me that we are closing out a major cycle in our life. The full moon in Pisces is about releasing it once and for all. This energy has been creeping up on us for the last few days. If you follow my videos about astrology, if you follow my lives over on Instagram, it's a real energy that's been slowly building towards us. We've been talking about horses. We've been talking about how there's been lots of change. Anyway, you've been going through a drought in some time. It's been leading up to this full moon. This Piscean moon is telling you to let go of things for good now, because it is the final closing of the cycle. You are now on the verge of your monsoon season, all right? And what happens when monsoons hit is that even the driest of riverbeds start to grow. I go hiking in the woods, and there's parts of the hiking trails that I love to go on. There are parts of the year that I wouldn't dare walk on because where they are bone dry most of the time, there can be lots of water. And I mean, I don't mind getting a little bit wet, but I don't really like getting my shoes wet in monsoon season because it's really humid and nothing ever dries, right? This is the energy of the river. It's really wet and nothing ever dries, all right? It's coming. This full moon is closing out a cycle, which is bringing us water everywhere, yeah? And it's your choice if you're going to drink it. For a long time, we were going, we can lead the horse to water, yeah? But if we know it's not going to drink, why would we even bother? Why would we even bother to bring that horse to that riverside if you know it's not going to drink? Well, it's a horse, and a horse always ends up needing to have a drink of water. So maybe it wasn't ready to have a drink before, and it was going, I can carry on, and I don't need emotions. Remember, water is all about emotions, my friends. Hate to break it to you. Now, the horse has no choice but to drink because the floods the monsoon season has hit, and this river has swollen and grown and has taken this horse for a ride, and it's not drinking. Maybe it's not drinking by choice, but the river is forcing it to drink by nearly drowning the guy. Feel sorry for whoever this horse is. If you're the horse, I'm sorry. If you know who the horse is, oof. Send them thoughts and prayers. The river. This is the archetype of this full moon, and it's this horse is turning around. All right, we're the horse, and we're finally turning around. We're letting go once and for all. No ifs, ands, or buts. Okay, so I'm going to pull a tarot spread. I am going to use the Anima Mundi tarot to create the base spread. Now, normally when I create a base spread and a tarot spread for you guys for these full moons, new moons, whatever it is, I usually anchor the spread on one card. Now, this was a really interesting thing because I have to tell you this because it feels significant, and they're telling me to. So when I was preparing this video, I had an impression in my mind about where the stars were. I just had like knee-jerk, like gone like, yep, okay, that's where it is. And I prepared all my stuff and I put up my things. And as I was doing it, I had taken my moon. I always have an anchor card, right? I've got this beautiful little moon here that I will take for my moon transit videos, whatever sign the moon is in, and rest it on to anchor our reading, right? Now, they told me it's a full moon reading, so obviously we've got to pull out the energy of the full moon. And I thought to myself, oh, well, I'll put away the Aquarius card because the moon's in Aquarius. And then they said, no, don't put it away. And I was like, oh, okay. So I guess it means, the transit from them is like we want to have the where we're coming from, where we're going to. Okay, that's cool. We'll have like both of those energies on either side of the moon. That's great. And I started shooting the video. And then the phone fell down and there was a few different things. And then as I was looking at the astrology calendar, I realized, oh my God, wait a second. This moon transits from the sign of Pisces to Aries, not from Aquarius to Pisces. I'm filming this video in advance. Remember, our moon is currently, when I'm filming it, in Aquarius, but by the time this video is going to be out on YouTube, it will already have transited to the sign of Pisces. So I would have already put that Aquarius card away and pulled out the Pisces card, which would be right here already. And in fact, if that were true that they wanted me to sandwich the energies of the moon, well, I need to pull out the Aries card. Yeah? So as I did that, fine, great. And I thought, oh, interesting, wait a minute then. Because I started shuffling the deck and it felt funny because I had brought out the Hanged Man card, obviously. If you've not seen my Kiss of the Spider Woman IGTV video, I feel like it's significant for this moon. If you want more information, basically go there. I brought out the Hanged Man card, which is a card that for me represents Pisces, mixed emotion, right? Back and forth, going, oh, I don't know. Oh, I have to think about this. So I did that, and they were like, wait, there's more. What do we have you do with the cards there? I was like, oh, okay, fine. So we've got the moon, for the full moon. And then we've got the Fool. And I know the Fool is not traditionally an astrology card that's associated with the sign of Aries. But for me, Aries is the Fool of the zodiac. It's the very first sign of the zodiac. We are starting a new zodiac cycle, and what better way to start it than with a leap of faith? So here we have our anchoring cards, very uniquely for this spread. We have 3 anchor cards. So I am only shuffling the rest of the tarot. These will be anchoring our spread. The Hanged Man for the full moon in Pisces. That 3 hours and 13 minutes, 3 hours and 19 minutes later, moves into the sign of Aries. So we're going to anchor this spread with these 3 beautiful cards here. Isn't that delightful? All right, I'm going to use the Anima Mundi to pull our base spread. There will be 4 cards in the spread. Actually, sorry, 3 cards and an under the deck energy. And then we are going to clarify using the Tarot de la Nuit, which is a beautiful deck that I haven't used in quite a while, but it's my Moony deck. So we're going to use the Moony deck to clarify. Do we have... Okay, all right, okay, let's see. 1, 2, 3, and that 4. Okay. All right. Let's start off at the top. So, as I read to you with our beautiful Astrology Arcana book, Pisces is a little bit like fishing a catch. My goodness, catching a fish with our bare hands. Yeah, have you ever tried to catch a fish with your bare hands? It's all slippery and slimy and it slips away. So what is it, this thing that we are trying to catch with our bare hands? What is it that we have been thrown in our face over and over and over again that we are closing out a cycle about finally. What is it that we are releasing? What is it that we are moving away from? What is it that is falling away naturally? Death and rebirth is the Tower. This for me right now is what's the fish that we're trying to catch? Is we're trying to catch it's like we're trying to catch with this volcano is speaking to me. It's like we're trying to put a lid on a volcano. Yeah. We're trying to put a lid on a volcano. We've been trying to hold something down. Yeah, we've been trying to prevent the floods from rising. Yeah. You cannot prevent these elements from doing what they want. Yeah. This Tower energy, and I mean the Tower, I believe this is a Mars energy. Yeah, it's a very kind of, Mars is in Libra right now. They're pulling me to the astrology of this. Tower is Mars. Mars is in Libra. Libra is compassion. So what is it, the thing that we're trying, or sorry, not train of thoughts. I'm sorry. Don't take everything I'm saying too seriously. For the semantics and the words of it all. Lately, what I've been channeled with this Libra energy has to do with compassion. It has to do with baby steps. Yeah. The thing that we are trying to grasp is change. We're trying to prevent the elements from going. We're trying to stop the snow or the rain, or tell the sun not to shine, or tell the moon not to be full, to be a new moon instead. We're trying to boss the universe around. We're trying to control everything. What is the fish that we're trying to catch? The fish is everything. Literally, we're constantly just trying to catch everything. We're trying to... This Tower energy is, despite the question, the wording of the question for what this energy represents, is the crowning of this is we're trying to put a cap on a volcano. And that it just doesn't work. All right. Give me a little bit more about what is this fish that we're trying to catch with our bare hands with this. It's the Empress. So it has to do with our feminine energy. It has to do with abundance. Maybe we've been trying to receive money. Maybe we've been trying to receive love. Maybe we've been trying to receive creative ideas. Maybe we've been trying to have dreams. Whatever it is, we've been trying very desperately to control the receiving energy. We want gifts, but we want to dictate exactly how they come in. It's very stubborn vibes right now. We've been a control freak, is what they're saying. And it put us on the shelf, 3 of Wands under here. It just put us on the shelf. It stopped us from being able to do the things that we wanted to do. We had to sit and wait. Now wait for our ships to come in, because we can't go on a journey until the ship is in the port. We've been trying to control every single thing that comes in our field, even the things that are completely uncontrollable by us. Other people's emotions, yeah. Other people's reactions to your behavior. Timing. Okay. Now, the Hanged Man is about a change of perspective, yeah? Piscean energy. They talked about mixed feelings. So I heard we're in 2 schools of thought right now. We're having 2 thought processes. We're bouncing back and forth between 2 ideas right now. And I asked, what is this? What are these energies of, what is this dualism? The Lovers and the Ace of Wands. Do I want a long-standing commitment? Something that will last for a long time? Do I want my counterpart? Do I want my destiny? Do I want to have the thing that is meant for me? This can sometimes be depicted as a decision, and I often depict it as a decision. Janelle, yes, shout out to that video where you mentioned this. I am seeing this very much in Janelle from Awakening All You Light Workers or Compassionate Heart School here on YouTube. If you don't know her, go check her out. Janelle is a lovely woman. She described this the other day in one of her videos. She said, I see the lovers as a romantic relationship. And in this spread, I see this as a romantic relationship as well. I see this as, do I go and seek out my destiny in love? Yeah. Or, I mean, it could be just it can be, sorry, it doesn't necessarily just have to be. For some of you, yes, absolutely. Look, I just did a love reading. I'm not sure if it'll be out by the time this one is out yet. But look, some of you guys, it is that lover. You want love now. You've got everything else sorted out in your life now, and you want a relationship. But you're worried about losing your freedom. You're worried about being creatively stunted. You're worried about being tied down. You're worried about not being able to let your wand go where it wants to go. Or maybe you're wanting to have, like I said, something that's long-standing, but you're worried about losing the magic of a new experience. Are you going to get bored with it? Yeah. If I take this counterpart, this destiny, am I always going to be looking if the grass is greener on the other side? I want it, but am I setting myself up for a life of restraint and not being able to have my magic wand be able to, I don't know, Wingardium Leviosa wherever I want to go, you know? I don't know. Some of you guys are Harry Potter fans, and I had to say that. I'm a Harry Potter fan, too. Not a diehard fan, but I do very much enjoy Harry Potter, all right? I mean, there's a reason why I reference it all the time. It's because I very much love it. All right. So I've got now to clarify. Interesting. So these are asking me to go like this and show you guys these again. All right, we're gonna talk about this again. We're gonna talk this about. All right. Do I want to get my King of Wands? Right? Do I want to be the master of my passion, of my creation, of my sacral chakra, of creativity and inspiration? Do I want to find somebody who's just like me who wants that too? Yeah. Or do I want to continue sticking with this throwing my wand around everywhere I want energy, which brings me nothing but disappointment? This Five of Pentacles is a very unique Five of Pentacles, because Five of Pentacles is always about being, you know, feeling like we don't have enough, you know, feeling like we're not worthy, feeling like maybe we won't have the resources we need to do something that we want to do. Sorry, the mosquitoes are starting to bite me. But this one is all about the way that this is described in the book of this card. They talk about this is a queen. Yeah, this is a queen that stood on her throne and was beautiful and amazing once, but everything crumbled down around her. Everything crumbled down around her. And now she's sitting in regret, in sadness, looking up at the heavens going, can there please be someone that helps me get through this? Yeah. So this Ace of Wands energy, whereas maybe in the past it was fun to travel the world and date a million people and hop from job to job and never really, you know, settle down in one place, or never stop to smell the roses, or just constantly be moving and shaking, constantly be flying by the seat of your pants. Maybe this is what this energy is for me right now. It's constantly having new beginnings, new beginning, new beginning, new beginning, new beginning, new beginning, new beginning, starting, new. Yeah. Can be a bit of a fool energy, which is interesting. Because like I said, they had me anchor this spread with the Fool as the Aries representative card, which shows me that they're trying to represent the Fool energy, but in a different way. Okay? Maybe once we were trying to make new beginnings in a foolish and selfish way. And now we're moving on to doing it. We're going to be doing it differently this time when we have new beginnings, right? Because we've experienced the heartache, the fallout of just constantly seeking out new beginnings all the time. And now we're like, okay, maybe I do want something a little bit more stable. Maybe this queen who's fallen would love to claim her King of Wands. Yeah. Let's get one more clarifier in general between the two. Let's get the common ground. Let's get what's the middle ground between these two energies. We're trying to seek balance here. The Empress. The Empress. Yeah. Overcoming this need to control everything, overcoming this trying to catch the fish with our bare hands. We're just allowing the river to flow. Yeah. When the river finally swells, it's like I'm seeing that. Have any of you guys ever seen those videos down in the southern states? There's like these river tours they do, and the fish go insane, and they're like all jumping out all over the freaking place. It's like you're like, I don't know if I'll ever eat again. I need to make sure I catch all the fish I can catch, right? But if you would just wait a little bit and sit in your boat and do that, whatever it is that they do that makes that happen. I don't know if it's a time of year that just it happens that way, or if they have some sort of a something that scares the fish into jumping out of the water. I'm not sure what it is, but I just like this video always makes me laugh because it's hilarious. I've seen it. I watch it every so often because it's hilarious. Like people getting smacked in the face with fish is funny. I'm sorry. I know I'm a child. It's hilarious. I mean, there's two guys in a boat and they're like puttering down the river, and it's just like fish flying in through the air, and they're like, you know, and they're just not even fake. They're just, they're like, oh, whoa, that was a big one, you know, like, oh, yeah. So you might need fish to survive, yeah. Fish is also, by the way, a symbol of prosperity and abundance. So yes, you might need some material things in your life to survive. But if you're constantly seeking them out all the time, if you're constantly in that energy, well, it might be harder to come upon them. But if you sit in this beautiful Empress energy, understanding the balance of feminine and masculine, understanding the need to move forward and take when you need to, but give when you need to as well. When you look at her, does she look like she's getting up and doing anything? Absolutely not. She kind of looks like she's stoned, actually. But either way, she is sitting back and relaxing and waiting for whatever it is that's meant for her to come to her. So maybe once you start to actually chill out and wait, you can come to the common ground. You can make a decision about these things. You can actually figure out that, you know, like there is, I mean, look at this. Come on. Is there really any competition here? Yeah. Okay. Aces of Wands are fun. But if you're just constantly starting new things, it feels like it's like you're an apprentice forever. Yeah. It's like if you move jobs every couple of months, you're constantly going through a training period. It's exhausting. It's exhausting. Yeah? That queen, she fell off her throne, and she's realizing that, oof, it's time. And I mean, look, we've got the King of Wands here, but this is just a indescript queen. Guess what? It's the Empress. It's the Queen of Queens. That's how we come to the middle of the line with this. It's just beautiful. All right, let's now move to the bottom of the deck energy. I just cut the deck and saw the Emperor. Surprise, surprise. I mean, come on, it's such a freaking time for counterparts now, obviously. It doesn't surprise me the Empress comes out and having me just cut the deck a little bit. Maybe I'll give it one more little shuffle real quick. Yeah, just one. All right, but the hidden energy. So when I gave the spread, when I pulled the spread here, I asked for 3 cards in the bottom of the deck. And sometimes what they do is they pull the bottom of the deck out with the actual spread and have me place it on the bottom of the deck, which shows me that whatever's hidden on the bottom of the deck is extra hidden. Yeah. But it just seems that way because it's actually really quite present in the main spread, but it's also hidden. And that is the 6 of Wands victory. Along with what was actually under the deck is the Justice card. Balance. Yeah. I'm hearing vindication. Yeah. Trading vindictiveness for vindication. Interesting. Very interesting. Vindictiveness can be a overly expressed version of a feminine energy. Yeah. So we're trading that for vindication. Making amends. Victory. The horns. Yeah. You're coming. Your justice is coming to you, and it's going to exalt you. You're going to celebrate. You're going to feel on top of the world. You're going to feel like you want to shout it from the rooftops. The 6 of Wands is often about, being very publicly visible. It can be about being famous. It can be about standing on your stage and saying exactly what it is you need to say. So maybe there is something that someone needs to say, and it'll bring some sort of a justice here. But either way, what's hidden from us? What do I have? I want to just read it out. Hidden depths of emotion. What will be revealed? What will be revealed? What is our hidden depth of emotion? Our hidden feelings right now that come, basically the reason why we're feeling so backsy forthsy is because we just want to have peace. This shows me peace. Just want to have peace. We want to have a good outcome to this cosmic trial. Yeah, we want to win. We just want to be, we just want to be this lion sitting here with Archangel Michael's sword of truth. And these pillars, they remind me a lot of the High Priestess. So we've had intuitions for a long time that we were going to have this victory. Yeah. It's still lurking, but it's here. Knight of Cups, Four of Wands, Three of Cups. Good Lord. Some of you guys are having an offer in love that's going to end in marriage and celebration. I mean, that's like a very love reading way to sort of read these cards. But regardless, you're understanding emotions finally now. The Knight of Cups is this reminds me of, it's very like, it's very, what is this? It reminds me of, what does it remind me of? It reminds me of something very specific. But I can't put my finger on it right now. Oh my God, you know what it reminds me of? It reminds me of The Last Unicorn. Yes, unicorns. Again, I love them. But the movie The Last Unicorn, if any of you guys have ever seen it, she becomes a woman at one point. This reminds me of that woman. And when she finally finds her strength. Yeah. So somebody has had a long, lonely time. They felt a lot of despair. And they struggled a lot with feelings. They struggled a lot with feeling not well in their skin. They struggled a lot with self-confidence and understanding their place where they belonged. But they're finally understanding that cup, and because they're understanding the depth of their emotions, the hidden depth of their emotions here, because they're realizing that truly all they really want is peace, right? New beginnings are fun sometimes, but when you actually claim your destiny, it brings you victory and peace. So this energy is now able to move forward towards this, yeah, and it brings alignment. Four of Wands. Look at this girl. This is her again. She's got this crown on her head now. It looks like the same girl, and she's sitting there next to this. It looks like a porthole. It's like she's in a submarine. She's submerged herself in the water, and now she's sitting there, seeing the light. Okay, and it brings Three of Cups energy. I love that this specific card came out right now because I keep on seeing the Tea Party from Alice in Wonderland. I even mentioned it, I believe, in 2 separate astrology peoples over the last couple of days. So this is showing me that the energy is very relevant. They're reconfirming for me, first of all. But they're saying there's going to be a beautiful tea party. Yeah, there's going to be celebration. It's going to be lots of fun. I mean, for these energies to be clarifying these energies, yeah, a trial with a good outcome, I mean, that's enough said for me. That's enough said for me. I'm going to leave that tarot spread there. That's all we need to know. But don't worry. I'm not going to leave you there. I'll get you a song. How's that? I'll get you a song. All right. One single song. And then I'm going to close it out. Bag of tricks too. I suppose I could get you the bag of tricks too. I suppose we could go with the bag of tricks too. You're right. Okay. One. Thank you. Didn't have to go hard. Samson by Regina Spektor. This is 42. Love. Number of love. And the history books forgot about us, and the Bible didn't mention us, not even once. You are my sweetest downfall. I loved you first. Beneath the stars came falling on our heads. But they're just old light. Your hair was long when we first met. Samson, what a beautiful song. It's by Regina Spektor. Go and listen to it. It's a beautiful love song. All right, it's a beautiful love song. Just gonna leave it at that. All right, I'm gonna get you a teensy weensy bits of advice. Okay, just a little bit. Ah, the journey card. Surprise, surprise, guys! I shuffle this bag all the time. All the time. I shuffle it all over the place. But deja vu, we always get the same damn cards. I know, but it's because I shuffle so much. Well, it's not because I shuffle so much. I shuffle. I pull them all out sometimes. I smoosh them around on the ground. I promise you, this is not, and I'm pulling like one at a time out of different places of the book, or the bag, the book. Yeah, okay, maybe the book too. Yeah. Okay. Journey and detour. All right. You've been on a detour for a little while. All right. And it's time to close that out. The detour is over. Put on your helmet. Get on that bike. We are going to the destination now. All right. Say if you need the detour. It's over. Jealousy and deja vu. Okay. So you see these cycles that repeat, and every time you see this repeat, you fall back into these shadowy energies, these jealous energies, these, oh, that should be mine, or I can't believe that person did this, or I'm hearing that it's you're comparing yourself to other people a little bit too much, and it's that's what brings it keeps bringing these cycles back. All right, pull together and talk to somebody. All right, get your shit together and go talk to someone. All right, get your shit together and go and talk to someone. I am appreciated and withdraw. Why did I say that? Oh boy, yeah. Sometimes some of you guys, this card does not say this at all, and I'll get to it in a second. But some of you guys, when somebody wants to appreciate you, you withdraw. Yeah, when somebody wants to give you a gift, when somebody wants to ask you a question, when somebody wants to offer you love, you run away. Okay, and it's because you're worried that you don't deserve it. You're like, I'm not good enough to have these things. Clearly, because every time I've ever had a chance at these things, they've been taken away from me, so I must not deserve them. It must be just bad self-talk, all that crap, okay? Warmth. This little campfire here. This shows me, this is the wands. Yeah, this is the taking a wand, taking that Ace of Wands and throwing it into the fire, all right? Stop. You don't have to be so flippant all the time, all right? I'm hearing even Peter Pan ended up going. He was too late for Wendy. Yeah. But Wendy's niece. Yeah. I'm referencing Hook, by the way, if you don't know what I'm talking about. Yeah, even Peter Pan. Even Peter Pan ended up growing up. Okay. I want to sing you a little song before I go. It's a song that a friend of mine sent me not so long ago, and it really struck me. It goes, I am a lost boy from Neverland, always hanging out with Peter Pan. How does it go? Something. We play in the woods, always on the run from Captain Hook. Run, run, lost boy, they say to me. Run, run, lost boy. Fancy. Neverland is home to lost boys like me, and lost boys like me are free. Yeah. The truth is, okay, is you can have both. You can have both. You can have your cake and eat it too. And I think that's what this full moon is trying to have you decide or realize, is that you can feel like you have a new beginning every single day. Yeah. You can feel like you're going on a brand new adventure every single day when you align with the thing that's meant for you. So one of the things, and I've talked about this before, one of the greatest pieces of advice and greatest pieces of wisdom my grandmother has ever given me is I asked her one day, I was in awe after in a world where people can't pay attention to something for longer than a couple of seconds, that she, all these years after my grandfather has been gone, she still cries for him like he passed yesterday sometimes. And it heartbreaks me. It breaks my heart. I said, how is it how is it that you've managed to have this love for so many years, and how every day for all those years you were married, every night you would kiss each other goodnight and tell each other that you loved each other, and you were still in love like little kids when you were in your golden years. You'd stayed together, and some people can't even hold together a simple relationship, like myself included. Hey, yeah, I'm taking responsibility for my shit. And she said to me, people always think that they forget that human beings always need to change. They forget that we are fluid, just like the river. Yeah. And the thing is that if you want to be able to continue to be in alignment, if you want to continue to make a dedication to somebody that you care about, it's not always easy, no, because you have to fall in love with that person every single day. Yeah. Because the person that you fell in love with changed a few minutes later, changed a few days later, changed a few months later. And guess what? So did you. Okay. Everything stays, but it changes ever so slightly, daily and nightly. Okay. That's the is it the Everything Stays by it's a song from Adventure Time. Full of songs for you guys. Never two without three. Yeah. So fall in love every day. When you have your destiny, it's easy. That thing that you've been searching for by constantly looking for new beginnings, you won't have to search for it anymore once you accept your destiny. Huh? And if your destiny's been knocking on your door and all you have to do is go and ask it a question, all you have to do is open up your front door with welcome arms. All you have to do is open your heart, is be honest, is stop telling yourself that you don't deserve it. It's time. And the dogs confirm it. All right, that's it for me, my friends. I gotta go. I will see you again soon. Happy full moon. I'm so sorry for anything you're going through if I made you feel a certain way. Thank you so much for being a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful being and lending your energy to this circuit. Thank you to your guides, my guides, and whatever energies were involved in giving us these beautiful, clear, concise messages for our greatest good, whether it be right now or in the near or distant future. I love you to the moon and stars and infinity and beyond and back. Ghost does too. And I accept this, and I hope you do too. But if not, that's cool. Catch you next time.